Okay guys, you're gonna get tired of this. First of all, the camera may rock a little bit every now and then because it's hanging and the air is blowing from over here. So every now and then when the door opens and closes, it blows the camera a little bit. Hopefully it's not too disturbing. I had done yesterday, and if you noticed, again, I'm just using this piece as an experimental. Now I don't know if you can see them now or not, but what I do is I just made them a little bit deeper to see if that would help. I wanted to try to keep within the natural splitting and aging of the wood, but this channel seems to be the type of channel that wants to show others, give other ideas, you know, kind of like a help channel on just about anything. I think I remember him saying to me once via a comment that if I have anything that I want to post, you know, at that point, you know, somewhat educational. Yeah, right, from me. At that point, let him know, you know, that I'm posting it. But meanwhile, he made a lamp out of a piece of wood, out of a little piece of tree trunk or whatever. And I liked it. Didn't take up a lot of room, and it was a useful piece. So I said, you know what? That can work. It'll give me something to do. So that was about 4 or 5 months ago, actually. But I was kind of looking for the right piece of wood, and then it rained like hell, so everything was wet, and I had to start drying it, cutting it, and finding it, and it was just one thing after another. Among 100 other things that I've got going, one is the house. It's a gorgeous day out there with the sun, that is. However, it's hot as all heck. It's 91 degrees out there with well, it feels like 100% humidity, so I can't finish the house. The front and the one side is done. We started to prime the back, and both the other side and what's left over the back has been power washed down. So now we're just waiting for a day that's somewhat comfortable to do it in. And that's where we're at with that. But meanwhile, that's why this is taking so long. So I said I'm going to use this piece just to experiment with. And that's basically what I'm doing. So let me get some stuff going here, mixed up, and I'll be right back. I'm trying to get the hardener and the color done at the same time. Oh yeah, a light blinking here. Using some masking tape. So I'm wondering. Let's just try it just for the hell of it.
I've had a lot of chick face in the past. I can believe the pain. I've tried pain pills. They never did anything for me. Nothing works like this right here. Warrior Gel. Get some of this. Just put it right up here.
The object is to keep it from making too much of a mess. I mean, not that it was too hard to get off, to be honest with you. However, why waste it? And there is a cheaper epoxy out there. I think you could pick it up for like $100 a gallon. There. Alright, so let's try this now.
Think you need to pay prestige prices for better skin results? Try Olay Regenerist. The rich hydrating cream is formulated with vitamin B3 and peptides to plump skin cells for
Well, seems to be holding much better with the tape. We will see. It may bust free.
Try Olay Regenerist with a money-back guarantee and complete your routine with the Olay Eye Collection.
There's a little part there that I gotta get, but I don't know. I mean, the great thing would be if it would start to harden. I don't want it to harden too fast, but it seems to be a little slower than before, so I might be able to get a little bit started on some of this other stuff. No, maybe not. I mean, this is way at an angle over here, so this is basically a waste, but I just wanted to see how much of it will actually take and how much won't. The other thing is, when you do this, you don't want to mix a lot, but you have to mix so much of it in order for it to work at all, which makes it hard. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Check it out. Now you can schedule a callback or reschedule an appointment either on nights or weekends. Today's Xfinity service. Simple, easy, awesome.
The tape does seem to give a cleaner look without a lot of waste. However, I do have a little bit of a, there we go, void right there. And you're going to have to take it and end it off, which I didn't do, but there's a reason for that as well. Alright, so let's just play with this, see that I have a lot of waste. What's up, Lance? I told Mom not to do the lawn. It's hot out there, and I did it later. But I said, let me get it done. I mean, it's arriving more, so it's not that it's killing you, but it's still hot. Who's behind me? Somebody's behind me. Oh, Tucker. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I see you. I think I told you you can buy these syringes on the internet. They're for medicine. And we use them for the boys. You know, for their normal vitamins and stuff like that. And at this point, for their medication, pain meds, whatever else they're going to need. But it's actually easier. You take the capsule or the pill, you know, and you break it open and mix it with a little watered down peanut butter, you know, that'll come in and out through the syringe, or melted vanilla ice cream, or even just milk or water. You're not using a lot of it, you're just using enough to fill the syringe so that you can squirt it in their jib. So you don't have to worry about trying to get the pill down their throat. This should start to harden pretty soon. Getting hot? Starting to get hot. Okay. Once it starts to get hot, it kind of gives you like a second or two after that. Well, close. It gives you a little bit more in a second. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing over here, but I'm just wasting, well, not wasting, I guess it's going to let me know eventually how it's going to work on this other wood. Just that right now it's just soaking in because Maybe I should wait until it gets a little harder. Let's see. Hotter. You can tell by the temperature. Anyway, I've noticed that, so. Because there's some of this where it's just soaking in and it's, you know, just wasting it back there. Well, I guess it's not wasting. I'm doing a lot of double talking, you notice? I mean, whatever it is, it's going to seal so that the next time around it won't be sucking it in. Yeah, now it's starting to get hot. So other than that, it's a kind of a really hot, sticky day. It's one of those days where you want to do things outside, you just can't. Yeah, it's starting to thicken up a little bit. Let's see.
This is not just a headache.
Not quite, but it's getting there.
This is not just the flu. It's meningitis B. And you're not there to help. While meningitis B is uncommon, when symptoms appear, they can progress quickly and can be fatal, sometimes within 24 hours. Before you send your team to college, make sure you help protect them. Talk to your team's doctor about meningitis B.
And when winter starts, you have hardly no time at all.
Connections Academy uses technology to foster real learning and collaboration, so students build the skills they need for opportunities in a digital world. Connections Academy is a tuition-free online public school led by teachers who raise the bar. This is education that breaks the mold. Personalized, flexible, future-ready. Connections Academy brings school to life. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
See where we're at.
James, what's ring?
Well, it's getting a little stiffer.
All of these cameras and sensors, it's just so much better than my last security system. I cannot tell you. One sec, Shaq, because look, with the Ring app, it's so easy to deal with my alarm and with my doorbell, and it works with Alexa. And Shaq, if I may, I love having this level of protection. I just cannot tell you how much I love my Ring.
I think you just did.
Good Ring, take it from here. Go to ring.com and check it out for yourself. Do we need any more paper towels?
Yep, I just ordered a box.
What's box?
It's the only wholesale club that lets you tap in the value of buying in bulk online. Save an extra 15% on your first order with code LOVEBULK at box.com. Bigger sizes, bigger savings.
Selling on Poshmark is crazy simple. All you have to do is post a picture.
I might as well just wait and just pour it on
Good to go. Right now I'm selling Air Jordans,
when it's almost there.
Adidas, anything really performance related or style related. Download the free Poshmark app now.
Yeah, it's starting to move a little slower.
Have you smelled this litter?
No.
Nobody has. It's unscented. Tiny Cat's free and clean unscented. Powerful odor control with activated charcoal. For your dyes, for your fragrances. Unscented odor control like that? Try Tiny Cat's free
I'm just gonna
and clean.
pour it on and let it do what it does.
You're Junior? I thought you were Kevin's dad.
Alright.
If you ride, you get it.
Hey Nick. Hey Todd.
It's my lucky number.
Fine, you can play on the piano.
Ah. Hey, you're back, huh? It's okay. It's okay. worry about it. Okay, Lance. It's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I don't know why he got that way again. When we first got him, he was a little shaken. And if there was any noise or quick movements or anything like that, he would run and hide. The adoption agency that we got him from said that he was found in the street. So apparently he gotten out of wherever he was and got chased around the street, and that's where he got that way. But meanwhile, we had him, and after a few months, if that, he was fine. Never had a problem with him being spooked anymore. And then over the last couple of years, he started getting spooky again. So, and I know it's nobody around here that's doing anything to him, not even the neighbors. You know, nobody yells at him, nobody does anything. But he apparently fell back into some old habits. What I was thinking, because I talked to the vet, he had both ACLs done. He had one done at about 9 months, and then he had another one done at about 1.5 years. So he's on a joint medication and a mild pain sedative as he started getting a little bit older, because he's almost, well, he is 10 years old. So I mentioned maybe he's just still in a little pain, and that's why, you know, he doesn't want to be bothered or have to deal with anything. And he's in great health. They're waiting for some of the blood work to come back, but they said everything looks good. They don't see any problems. And that if his blood work is good and he's not having any issues with the medication, you know, because sometimes medication will cause problems with your kidneys, your liver, you know, or whatever, just like a human. And if the medication hasn't affected anything yet, we may increase it by 50 milligrams a day. Because he's only taking like 50 a day. So it's not like he's taking a lot. So, all right, listen, I'll end up cutting a lot of this out, I'm sure, because I'm going to try to save you a lot of nothing. But we'll see what happens, and I'll be back.